everyone, and welcome to the official RadCast. I'm your host, Augie RFC, most known for Sonic Drama Alert. Yeah. Joining me today on this podcast are my co-hosts, Derek from That Cube Gamer, who's known for exploiting Bubsy and Pepsi Man for views.
I like Pepsi.
And Ryan, for most known for Sonic situations. Is that what it's called?
Not even a fucking tongue twister.
It's so
don't
dead,
act like you can't
it
pronounce
called.
it. You asked to have it like 3 times. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's so dead, dude. Like, what happened? You had like thousands of
Not
people
anymore.
supporting it, and
It's dead because Sonic is dead. Haha, I'm so original.
The other day I got 88 retweets. I consider that okay.
Spicy, dude.
It's more than you get, Augie.
hey, I did a tweet where I begged for likes and retweets, and it got a lot of retweets.
That's cheap, Augie. That's cheap.
Probably because you begged for likes and retweets.
Oh
Anyway.
my gosh. Ryan, how are you doing? It's been a long time since we've done a podcast. I think last time was SDA debates.
And I had to use my phone. I remember that.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I had work at 6 in the morning and it was like 1 a.m.
Gosh.
That was funny.
You know, that brings us to the topic of today's podcast, which is leaving the Sonic community. Because
Oh boy.
me and...
Is that really what it's about?
Yeah,
Yep.
because listen, here's the deal. So, Sonic Forces was announced, and everybody was hyped for it for like a few months, and then as soon as the news started coming in, everybody was hating on it for the stupidest of reasons.
So
And
you're
I
going to
was
leave
getting
the community?
Yeah. Well, here's the deal.
So,
here's the deal.
Just because
I got a
people
story
don't
to
like
tell.
Sonic, you don't like him now, or?
No, it's more than that. It's more than that. I can go into that.
Hold on. Here's the deal. So, everybody was ranting over the stupidest of things. Like, everybody, they were making up so much crazy stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, it never dawned on me how toxic this place is. Like, I'm just so sick.
I think
like,
you just follow the wrong people, dude.
I follow everyone. Like, every day. when
That's
I go,
the problem.
I follow them all.
Well, I mean, every day I go on Twitter, I see just people complaining. Like, no one ever, like, is positive anymore. Like, everyone used to be positive, and now everyone just complains. Like, every
We're not
day
a
you
monolith.
see someone complaining, and it's just like, it
From
really
the
brings
words of-
down your spirits, you know? And I was just like, this is so toxic. I gotta get out of here. And join
I think-
the equally as toxic commentary community.
But remember, from the words of Premi de Remy, the Sonic fan base is not a monolith, alright? We're not all the same. I think you say you follow everyone, quote-unquote everyone, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe you should follow the people that you actually like instead of following people to get follows back. You know?
Roasted.
Because let's be honest, you
Here's
kind of
the
did
deal.
that with Sonic Drama Alert, which I'm not blaming you for, because I did that with Sonic situations too.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have known who you even were if you hadn't followed me.
I'm sure everyone who follows me can say that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal with Sonic Drama Alert. Like, that Sonic Drama Alert was not my first parody account. Like, I had this other parody account a long time ago, and it was called Bad Splatfest Ideas. And it was
Oh, I
basically, like,
remember that.
It was like a Splatoon parody account where I was just making fun of these like Splatoon Splatfest ideas. Like, for those of you who don't know, Splatoon, like the shooter Nintendo made, every so often they would have these matches where they would decide like, oh, what's better, cats or dogs or something like that. And it was a pretty cool idea, but the topics were kind of generic. So I was like, let me make a parody account, like just like throwing out these crazy ideas, like I don't know, like mom versus dad, or like I don't know. There's some crazy stuff. What?
I'm sorry.
Mom versus dad.
It just sounded so fucked up. Like, I imagine some kid, like, looking at their parents fighting, being like, "All right, this reminds me of Splatoon." That's not funny. Anyway,
Why are we laughing then?
Because it's fucking hilarious.
Hold on. Let me look this up. Bad Splatfest ideas. Professional
I thought you were gonna look
podcast,
up
am I right?
I thought you were gonna look up Splatfest mom versus dad. Just about to.
All right, let's keep going. So,
my
Augie,
gosh,
did you
this
have
is
any
already
more
a
things
train
to
wreck.
say?
Okay.
We're already going off topic so much.
Hey, it's just like baited, am I right?
It's only been like a minute. Keep going.
Alright, so basically, like, I had this idea, right? But Bad Splatfest Ideas was not going anywhere. So, all of a sudden, I got this idea. Hey, what if I just go over to Nintendo's Twitter account, see who's following them, and just, like, mass follow everyone? And it worked.
Oh boy.
Like,
That's
the
kind of
account got
funny
over
because-
400 followers in just a few weeks. And it wasn't dead followers. too,
Exposed.
They were active.
Yeah,
So-
but you were following like double the people that you had following you, you know?
Well, no.
True.
See, that's the thing. Twitter has this follow limit, right? It's like 2,500, I think.
Seriously?
Well, it expands when you get more followers, right? But I wasn't getting enough for it to expand, so I just mass unfollowed and then mass refollowed new people.
Yeah.
And so it sounds kind of scummy, I guess, but it was working and it was getting like my parody out there. So when I made Sonic Drama Alert, I just decided, to do the same thing, and it was working for that. So
Yeah.
So basically, you did that with Sonic Drama Alert, then you killed Sonic Drama Alert, and you're like, hey, this has a lot of fucking followers. I'm gonna keep this account, but just rename it. And then you decided to kill that account, and then you brought Sonic Drama Alert back, and it just...
Died.
You're a mess, Augie.
look, here's the deal. I'm like, here's like probably my biggest flaw, like on the internet, is I'm very like I can't stick to something. Like I'm bad with that. Like
Same.
I get
I'm
bored
the
with
exact
things
same
so
way.
easily. Like that's a problem. So right now I'm just
Previously on Dragon Ball.
like, oh my god,
What was that?
dude, we're gonna
Yeah, I get it.
copyrighted striked.
We're not gonna get a copyright strike just because
Previously on Dragon Ball.
You don't know, YouTube's so screwed up right now.
Yeah, you're right.
We know.
It's unfortunate. Let's talk about that. Can we talk
No.
about how the fact the CEO of YouTube said,
Oh boy.
what did she say? She said
If you
that
interrupt
interrupting
someone,
her, interrupting her was a like a sexist microaggression. What the fuck?
What?
oh no, yeah.
Stop making up terms. Like,
It really makes sense when you think about it. Like, you wonder why YouTube's so screwed up and why they're censoring so many like controversial YouTubers, and now it's like, oh, now we know why.
Yeah.
there you go.
Something I want to bring up, though. We're gonna go back off topic to pretty much back to the topic we were going to talk
Derek,
about.
you're fired.
I'm sorry, dude. Okay, so the Sonic fan base. I want to talk about them again because I have a lot to say.
Do it.
And all right, so we're gonna go back to last week when Sonic Forces had its big custom character reveal.
Custom
And
characters
basically-
look awesome, by the way. Just saying.
Yep. And I thought it looked awesome, and I was seeing a lot of positive comments. And this is basically when I left the Sonic fan base. If you guys haven't seen my Twitter, I don't know if you guys follow me. Some people do, some people don't.
There's
But,
no fucking way you left the Sonic fan base. You tweeted about Sonic like yesterday, please.
Yeah, but it wasn't like...
We're in the transition period, all right? Like,
Yo, we're still transitioning out of the,
Don't-
get out of Sonic,
Don't just
please.
throw
like, kill
away
me.
something you like just because people were like annoyed.
It's not that though. I still love the games. I still love Sonic
when we're saying
Adventure. I still love
we're
Sonic
wanting
Adventure.
to leave the fan base. We don't mean like stop playing the games. Like
Exactly,
the games
exactly.
are the
But
best
if
part.
you
We just
play
mean
the
stop
games,
interacting
you're a
with the
fan.
community.
Well, okay. There's a difference between being a fan and being in a fan base, and I that sounds weird, but there kind of is a difference. When you're a fan of something, you typically enjoy it. You don't go to the internet about it. Not all the time at least. You just enjoy it. When you're a part of a fan base, basically you're on the internet, like Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, whatever you're on, all the time talking about that specific game or TV show or movie. You know.
Necessarily, I go outside every now and then. I don't know.
Well,
Like,
I mean, yeah, but
when you okay. For instance, again, go outside, right? Quote from Matt Mannheimer, right?
I was about to bring that up.
Listen though.
Do you
Listen.
have like the book of
He's-
Sonic YouTuber
he's not on-
quotes? Like,
What?
you have
No,
the
I
book
have him
of-
in my head. I have him in my head. I
Remy
like
the
these-
Remy once said.
Shut up. Anyway, he goes outside, you know, and he's also a Sonic fan. It doesn't mean he's on Twitter all the time talking about it.
yeah,
Just
I
like
am.
it's serious.
But
Then
what I'm
don't.
trying to bring here.
You can still be in a fan base without talking about it all the time.
Yeah, but there's a thing. The Sonic
Also,
fan
Augie,
base
I
is
l-
literally trash.
What?
The Sonic fan base is just literal trash. Like,
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
everyone in this literal trash.
They
I
are,
mean,
like, to be
and
honest.
and
Okay.
this brings me
guess.
back to what I was saying with basically back when last week when the custom character got announced. I saw a lot of positive comments on it, and then I saw some people complaining about it, saying it's unoriginal, uninspired, it's a lazy, stupid concept, and basically that got me thinking, why are they complaining about this? Because basically, like, Sonic is meant, like, its target demographic is meant for children. That's why the games are rated E, rated E10 and up. You know, I don't think a Sonic game has ever gone past E10 and up. And
Yeah, I guess you're right.
it's meant for,
Wasn't
it's
Shadow
targeted
the
toward.
Hedgehog a T?
But
No,
Shadow
it
the
was
Hedgehog
E10,
was
it
E10. But here's the
How?
thing. No, that
I
makes
remember
sense.
it being teen though, like on the PS2.
No, it's
It was-
E10. I have the thing right next to me. Anyway,
You just keep your copy right next to you. You
No.
always look at it.
no, I have all my games right next to me. Anyway, Derek, that's a valid point. But just because something's rated like teen doesn't mean it's specifically for teenagers. Just because
Wait.
something's rated E doesn't mean it's for children. E stands for everyone. So, like, take for instance Sonic Adventure 2. It's rated E. The re-release was technically rated E10. I'm pretty sure. It was more for teenagers than like kids. It appealed more to teenagers, at least back then. You know, nowadays, like the pop culture references, they're not as well. There weren't really references. It's just like the sayings and stuff like that aren't relevant today. But it was still mostly geared towards teenagers.
Yeah, but like the reason I say that, like, I bring up the ESRB rating to Sonic games and connecting them with, like, it's targeted towards kids, but basically anyone can play it, like you said. But like, they're complaining about a feature in a game meant for children. Like, what's the point of that if...
Because they like the game too.
Well, yeah, true, but you realize that this OC creation thing in Sonic Forces, children are gonna pretty much eat that up and mess around with it. Like, they're gonna see what different combinations they can use, because this is something that's
I
targeted
think the
towards
argument
those
is
kids.
stemming that Sega shouldn't be making Sonic games targeted for children, because
There
look at the
we
community. Like, Ryan,
Focus
you even
shift.
ran a poll of this on, like, Sonic situations, like, how old is my follow base, right? And most of them were, like,
most of them,
teens to
most of
young adults.
yeah, they were like 14 to 19.
I'm
Yeah,
probably the
because-
youngest Sonic fan, and I'm 15, so, like...
I'm 14, almost
not the
15,
youngest.
so... I'm 14.
I know
so-
so many younger Sonic
I'm
fans.
saying
too.
that to, like, as an exaggeration, just, like, you know, like, the Sonic fan base, like, it's grown up. Like, it's growing up right now. So
Exactly,
just-
and...
kids don't care
that-
about Sonic. They care about their little Call of Duties and whatever.
Yeah, and that brings me
Exactly.
that brings me to a point that I was just about to bring up. Basically, all of us, when we were about 7, 8, 9 years old, we played Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Heroes.
I became a Sonic
we
fan
played-
2 years ago, so I have no serious connection
Okay,
with the
well,
character.
I became a fan when I was like 3, so
Yeah, but basically, most of us, the majority of us, pretty much, especially, like, for me, I played Sonic when I was about 7 years old, back in 2009, I believe, is when I started playing Sonic. But basically, a lot of us were younger at the time. We were about 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, and we were playing Sonic. A lot of us have grown up now, and now we look back on our favorite childhood games, and we see some of the problems. We see some of the, good and bad to our favorite games, but we still love them based off nostalgia, pretty much.
No, I'm not going to say just nostalgia, because Sega has changed over the years, and the stories are still good and everything like that, like Jared. I'm going to use Pro Jared as an example because he's pretty prominent. Pro Jared complains about Sonic Adventure 2's quote-unquote plot holes that can be fixed easily with, a minute of thinking.
Yeah.
I
like Pro Jared. He's like super hilarious, but his Sonic Adventure 2 review was probably his worst video.
I disagree. I disagree with that one. And as much as I love Sonic Adventure 2, it is in fact probably my second favorite Sonic game. Sonic Heroes passes that.
Ew.
Right. Sonic Heroes is a good game. Don't argue with me.
If you like slippery, glitchy mess, yeah.
Dude, I just played it like last. Okay, we're getting off topic again.
I eat breakfast for breakfast.
Anyways, Pro Jared Sonic Adventure 2 review, I actually enjoyed. Even though I am a hardcore Sonic Adventure 2 fanboy, I still enjoyed the review because
I don't
he
like
brought
this
up some
game
points.
because I'm bad at it.
Okay, yeah, I get some people
Augie's just like bringing up all the fucking woke points.
Yeah, and I can see where you're coming at. Oh, he's not good at the game, like IGN or something like that. But honestly,
it was
he
an
brings up some
IGN
good
video
points.
with better editing.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, like maybe he didn't play the game like you guys do. We all play video games differently. We're either good or bad at them. But
which is weird. I'm not trying to interrupt you here. It's kind of weird that he played like a lot of games, because I know he played a lot of games. He's a game reviewer and he's really popular on YouTube. But it's strange how he's played all these games and he's still not good at Sonic Adventure 2, which honestly isn't really that hard.
It's not hard.
When you get better at it, you can take more shortcuts, and that's the thing. That's what I love about it. It's like never boring. Anyway, keep going.
So basically, the reason I actually enjoyed Pro Jared's review is because he looked into things, even though he looked into things, more negative side than what.
Hey, let's talk about the story for like 20 minutes of the fucking video, and then.
I mean, you really can't complain about that, because some Call Me Johnny did the same thing, and I love his channel.
No. He split it up. There's a reason his Adventure 2 review is 40 minutes long, because 20 minutes of it was on story, and the other 20 minutes was on gameplay.
True.
So at least Johnny gave an equal amount of time to both of the important things about the game.
All right, I'll admit that is true, but essentially, Pro Jared, he looked into things a more negative side than what you normally see with SA2, because with SA2 you see a lot of people give praise to it, like it's the best game of all time or something like that.
Again, if you're in the Sonic fan base, you see that, but usually, if you look outside the Sonic fan base, like for instance in the YouTube comments, not on like Sonic YouTubers videos, but like other YouTubers, let's say if you go on a Kobanermani 456 Let's Play and he's playing Sonic Adventure 2, everyone's gonna praise the shit out of it. But if you go on, let's say PewDiePie decides to play Sonic Adventure 2, you're gonna get a lot of mixed opinions in there.
Keemstar plays Sonic Adventure 2.
I fucking hate this game.
Everyone type in the chat, Knuckles.
Stop. Anyway,
I just can't. But yeah, he saw things in a more negative side. Pro Jared. He saw things in a more negative side. But that's the thing we need. Even though I dislike a lot of people just blindly hating on a game without fairly treating it.
Wait. Isn't that the reason you were telling me you wanted
Derek,
to leave the community?
That's exactly what
I mean, yeah, that is why I wanted to leave it. Like, I'm not good at explaining this.
Derek, I think you need to rethink your choices.
I do. I can't. I have so many thoughts going through my mind.
Here's why I want to leave the community. It's boring. It's boring.
Dude, you don't have to you don't have to you don't have to stick to one community. You can like more things.
I know.
Yeah.
I used to be.
You know,
but,
scrap what I said about Pro Jared here.
Remember when I made a
that.
fucking Sonic meme page? It's because I had nothing better to do in life except work at McDonald's. All right.
That's the life.
I don't even have a job yet, so.
Hey, neither do I. I was supposed to get a job like, last Saturday, and I still haven't gotten up and actually like applied. So.
Whose fault is?
Come on, I've applied, but I still haven't got a response yet.
Okay, at least like I'm the worst here. I haven't even like gotten off my chair and actually gone outside yet.
I owe my parents over $1,000, and I still haven't applied for a job yet, so it's cool. And
Why?
Anyways, scrap what I said about Pro Jared because I don't even know what I'm talking
delete
about.
like 10 minutes of the podcast.
Yeah, just like let's go back, edit.
it's only been
take
3 minutes, please. Anyway.
But just scrap what I said because I have no idea what I'm talking about here. You know that. But basically, let's go back to what I was talking about with Sonic Forces, and it's basically it's hate essentially. The reason I truly left the fan base is because they're.
I'm sorry, I laugh every time you say you left the fan base because you keep posting about Sonic. Like right now, you're doing a Sonic podcast about how you left the fan
Ew,
base.
this is not a Sonic podcast. We're not supposed
No, the whole listen, I know the whole podcast isn't about Sonic, but this episode is definitely about Sonic.
This episode is.
I hate my life.
We're not going to be talking much. Like we might bring it up.
All right.
But
So
this
okay,
is,
I'm
like,
not even gonna say why I left the fan base because that's just I can't. Okay, how about I say this? Why I essentially hate half of the people in the Sonic fan base. How about that? Does that sound better?
I guess so.
That's a lot of
Okay.
people to hate, though.
Okay, so I get you can essentially blindly hate on a game and blindly praise a game before it comes out. That's fine, but something that isn't fine is that they're basically going on and just complaining about it. They might even like they're probably excited for the game, but they just want to complain just for the views. And that sounds
You can't use doing it for views argument. That doesn't exist. Like
Yeah.
views is the whole point of YouTube.
I cannot do a podcast. I am so bad at this.
The thing is, Derek, there's like a reason for everything, you know? No one's complaining for, quote, no reason. You know what I mean?
True. All right, you know what? Clear out my mind right now.
You're like, let's let Augie talk.
Yeah, please, no.
Yeah,
So-
I got some other topics. Let's talk about Keemstar.
How about we talk?
Okay, I'm leaving this call right
yeah,
now.
I'm good.
Leaving this call.
No, Augie.
Let's talk
go
about
for
his
it.
baited podcast that came out where he just... Derek, are you...
I'm gonna ground you.
I hate Keemstar. I still want him to block me, but he blocks you, Augie. I see.
He blocked you?
He did. You
Yeah.
didn't know it?
Unlucky
did.
bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
did he
he
do that?
blocks Augie, but not me. And I tweeted at him like 15 times, like, block me, Keemstar.
Augie's like the last person Keemstar should block. He ran
Exactly.
Sonic Drama Alert.
I used to like Keemstar. Now he's like... Let's talk about this, though. Like, Keemstar's last baited podcast was terrible. He had... You've seen it, right, Ryan?
I didn't. I don't watch.
I don't watch
I used to when it had Clown and Tommy C, but now I'm not that interested.
Yeah, I
It's
like...
trash.
I like Andy Milonakis, and, like, I don't... Anything for views is kind of meh, but he's pretty funny on the podcast. Anyway, so let me just wrap up the last podcast for you guys. So Keemstar, if you didn't know, hates small YouTubers. Especially me. I'm just kidding.
That is.
That's why he blocked you.
Yeah.
Wow.
He hates smaller YouTubers. And, like, he spent the last beta podcast, 45 minutes of it, ranting about Tommy C and Dead on Dave.
That's
About,
hilarious.
like, he
has
was just
nothing better
ranting
to
about
do.
them, about, like, you know, just talking about how much he hates them and how irrelevant they are. Like, what's his issue there? Why does he hate smaller YouTubers so much?
I don't
Because
think he hates
he's-
all smaller
he-
YouTubers.
No, I can
Okay,
see,
here's
I can
the
see
smaller
why
YouTubers he
hates.
does like. Kavos and Colossal is Crazy.
And that Cube Gamer. No, I'm just kidding.
Colossal's
He does-
Crazy is smaller.
Yeah, he's at 300K.
Who is he?
I do remember he had the dumbest argument with Rich of Review Tech USA. He was making terrible
Oh.
points.
Oh my god.
He said, like he's telling Rich that you can't have a Patreon if you make over like $10,000 a month. But Keemstar has a donate button right on his stream. Like, it's not even while he's streaming. While he's not streaming, the donate button is still fucking there. There's a fucking donate button, but he's like, dude, you can't have a Patreon.
You can donate to him even when he's offline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Every streamer does that, I believe.
Well,
Most streamers do.
I thought you could only donate when he was live.
It's
No.
stupid to say you can't have a Patreon if you make over $10,000 a month.
Exactly,
You can have a
because
Patreon if you fucking want to. Let people
Exactly,
spend the
because-
money. Capitalism!
This
Anyway.
is the deal. Like, he brought this up, like, a few betas ago. Like, do you guys remember when Philip DeFranco was launching the news network and he launched a Patreon for it? And everybody was mad at Philip DeFranco?
No. I'm sorry,
I
I just don't
think
keep up
so,
with this
yeah.
stuff.
I'm sure Keemstar was pissed about it too.
He was. He did a whole podcast about it. He went on Tommy C's show to rant about it. Like, he was so obsessed with the Patreon issue, and I'm like, you know, wait, what's wrong with having a Patreon? Like, I get it might look scummy seeing a 5 million subscribed YouTuber launching a Patreon, but you don't have to donate. Like, and he wasn't even manipulating. He wasn't even saying like, oh guys, I'm gonna lose my house if you don't donate.
Well, that's the thing. Some people are like, I'm gonna lose my house if you don't donate and stuff like that. Like, popular YouTubers, if you have over
Fuzi
500,
posted a video today where he said he was homeless.
yeah, was that a joke or was that real?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay,
But-
I'm pretty sure it was a joke. But if you have over 500,000, maybe 1 million subscribers, you shouldn't be asking your fans for money. Like, if you lost your house, you can't go like, guys, I'm about to lose my house. You're a fucking YouTuber. Make some content. Do some work. Don't be like, hey, you guys, you know, like, fucking pay for my house. I work at
Please.
McDonald's. Why do you want me to...
Yeah, Biblical Reaper did that. He was like, "Oh guys, I'm gonna lose my house, and like I need money," and it turned out he wasn't going to.
You can't beg people for shit.
But yeah, I don't
Anyways,
see what's wrong with the Patreon. Like,
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
can
like,
Patreon, but just don't.
no one
beg.
should be able to make money.
Like I was thinking about launching a Patreon, but like
Derek,
at
two
the
people
same
would
time-
donate.
Exactly, that's like really no one would do
Derek,
it. But the only
What
reason
would
I'd
we
do
even
it,
donate for?
it would
New PC, I don't know.
yeah, that and like YouTube equipment essentially, and that's kind of where I thought, hey, this probably won't work because literally probably
Derek,
no one
are you
will
still
do it.
selling merch? Like, you had some t-shirts.
Literally, probably.
Yeah, I am, but no one's bought it because I'm so trash.
Well, who wants to buy a T-shirt with someone's face on it?
I'll buy your t-shirt, Derek.
Thank you.
I was actually gonna sell Sonic Situations T-shirts as a joke,
Stop it.
and I feel like there would be a few people to buy
Yeah,
those, which would be funny. Like, honestly, if I saw someone walking in the street with one of those, I would fuck them. No, I'm kidding.
How to turn Ryan on.
Sorry, I used the wrong word there. I would love them though. Like, I'd give them a hug. I'd be like,
Oh
hey.
yeah, right.
I'd turn this podcast into an ASMR video.
I want to die.
All right, Nintendo Switch ASMR year.
Yo, what is up, guys? This is Etika. Anyway.
Do we want to talk about the Manchester shooting since that was pretty recent? And I think
Yeah,
Rather not
let-
get into that,
let's
but
do that.
let's go.
I think we should give our opinion. It's only fair to be respectful since it just happened and
Was it a shooting or was it a bombing?
It was a bomb.
a bomb.
Yeah, I thought so. He called it a shooting, so I was.
Did I? Oops.
Did you? I didn't hear Augie say shooting.
Crap. Wait, when
He said
No.
shooting.
was it in my
It-
Twitter video?
Just keep going. No, you just said shooting.
Okay.
Just keep going.
Basically, if you've been living under a rock, what happened was, I believe it was an Ariana Grande concert, where
Yep.
she was doing a tour in Manchester, England, and this one guy, it's confirmed he was a guy, pretty young guy too. He's Muslim, and he went in there and he bombed the building, and 20 people died, including an 8-year-old girl.
Wait, did they like I don't get into this stuff too much, but like, did they identify him did they identify the person as being the actual one who placed the bomb, or
being Muslim?
He was a suicide bomber. Yeah.
And then
I thought that's just who they thought it was. Like, I didn't think it was actually the guy.
one news site tried to say that there were Muslims giving out free taxis to like people who were at the concert, but it wasn't a Muslim guy. It was a Sikh guy.
Ross
So, like,
breaking new details
Sikh,
about the bomber.
like SIKH, And I'm not saying that Muslims are bad. Not all Muslims are bad, but there are bad people in there.
I'm going to say this, and this is probably going to anger a lot of people, but there's something fundamentally wrong with Islam. Like, I think it's a very deeply screwed up religion.
You know what, Augie? I want to agree with you. Well,
let's get those dislikes,
if
boys!
Listen, if you take any religion literally, there's something wrong with it. Now, Islam can be a little more, because it does say something about destroying infidels or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
Read the Quran. I love that when people say, like, oh, there's something wrong with Islam. Oh, you should just read the Quran. No!
It's the Quran.
Quran? I don't know.
This isn't me.
Isn't Quran like a character in something?
No, it's spelled Quran or Quran. It has an apostrophe. Yeah,
But yeah, people say, oh, you should just read the Quran, like that, because
I love how this.
I'm gonna sit down and read, like, it's probably a pretty big book, right?
Yeah, it's an Abrahamic religion, so it's like similar to the Bible.
Yeah,
except
me reading that, I'm gonna get so much knowledge and information,
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
reading a book of fairy tales, come on.
Okay, but
disliked, boys.
You can't say stuff like that, Augie. The thing is, people believe in that religion just like you believe in Christianity. Like, that's like me saying, yeah, the Bible's a book of fairy tales, Augie. Like, it's.
I mean,
you can't tell people that their religion is a fairy tale.
Well, no. I was mostly
You're
saying
just
that
a
as
dick.
I was saying that to be like, comedical or satirical, right?
Comedical?
Comedic? Is that a word? Is that a word?
I made it a word.
I think you meant is comical a word? Is that a word?
That's a word, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think that's what he meant. He just said comedical though. Okay.
So anyway, yeah, I sort of agree with you that there's something fundamentally wrong with Islam. But the thing is, if you say you can say that about any religion, really.
I guess, but it's just like, look, here's the deal. If you're Muslim, like, I have no problem being your friend. I just don't agree with your religion, Like, there's a difference between agreeing with something and, like, hating something, right?
Hating it, yeah.
I don't hate
I love how
Muslims.
this started off. We were talking about Sonic custom characters, and we ended off with, there's something fundamentally wrong with all religions.
This went in a pretty weird direction.
Yeah, it's okay.
We had
I tried to kill Sonic.
We had Sonic, me acting like an idiot because I've never done a podcast before.
Well, what's new? No.
And then we just ended off here, it seems. I don't know if we're ending off or anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, you wrapped it up, so we might as well. Thank you all for watching episode 1 of RadCast. If you enjoy this, be sure to check out our YouTubes and our Twitters in the description below. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to give us a like, comment for feedback, and subscribe if you're on iTunes or YouTube for future podcasts.
Augie's probably gay.
Oh, and I still like Pepsi.
Augie looks at lollies.